Finally, at the bottom, I would point you to, this is a little bit buried, but integrating ID objectives into a course syllabus. We do encourage faculty to put their ID objectives in a course syllabus. And the reason for that, and it's very different than our old system, IDEA requires us to participate as faculty and instructors. Your students are not going to naturally intuit. You know, the main feature of the IDEA system is that there's a set of 12 questions about learning objectives. And the instructions to all faculty are to choose between 3 to 5 total from that list of 12. Okay? Your students are not going to naturally know which of those 12 apply in their course, in your course, right? You have to tell them. And it's most helpful if they can make the link between, you know, the students are being asked, rate your progress on these learning objectives. So how much did you learn in these 3 areas, for example? If you can, the better that you can map out for them how those, and the language is fixed for those 12 objectives, right? The reason for that is because then we can generalize, we can aggregate data at the department, at the college, at the university level. The disadvantage is that it's very unlikely that the specific words, the specific language that's used in the learning objectives is going to exactly match your course objectives. Everybody has course objectives, you have activities, you have assessments, you know, there's a whole elaborate work of building those courses. And functionally, you know, learning facts or knowledge is something that clearly is present in many, if not most, courses, right? But it's not something that students are naturally going to say, oh, these are the activities that I did that relate to that, or this is the assessment that relates to that. So if you can download this PDF that talks about integrating into a course syllabus, all it is just a few examples from different course syllabi of how faculty went about connecting the specific language, you know, learn to analyze and critically evaluate ideas, arguments, and points of view. That specific language that they're going to see on their evaluation. And this person then said, okay, to do this, these are the things that we do in the class. That's one way of going about it, right? Another way of going about it is you set up some kind of brief table and say, these are the course outcomes, and this is the link to the IDEA Center learning outcome. Okay, but there are 6 or 8, I think there are 6 examples in here, and you could sort of look at that to give you some ideas for how you might want to do that. We don't require that you put the IDEA objectives in your syllabus. You don't have to. It's your course. You control it. We don't, you know, we're not being instrumental in terms of seeing how it would be helpful for you to communicate with your students, but I do encourage you to communicate the connection between IDEA and the work that they do in class, because you're going to get more accurate results back. They're going to understand better what it is that they're rating. And that's very different than the old system. The old system was, get out, we're going to hand out these forms, students are going to fill it out, and then you find out, you know, 4 weeks later, okay, what were the students' opinions?